Big Games has become one of, if not the most hated developer in Roblox's history. Him, as well as his studio, is widely hated for their insane greed and pay-to-win simulator games. However, today, we have just found out they are trying to copy Roblox's newest popular game, and it's horrible. Now, if you don't already know, Big Games is the developer slash studio behind the Pet Simulator series. At first, people loved him and his games. However, greed took over his entire personality, making his games overly pay to win and making it almost impossible to have fun without spending hella money. And recently, a game called Grow a Garden has gone mega viral, breaking many records for Roblox, such as their highest concurrent players and even the game being the fastest to reach 1 million concurrent players since launch. But we all know that having good things in life comes with a cost, and today I will be explaining exactly how Big Games is trying to ruin this game for us. But before we dive deeper, make sure to subscribe with notifications on to help me reach 100,000 subscribers and to never miss an upload on my channel ever again. Grow a Garden is a brand new simulator game that has broken some massive records for Roblox, not only being the fastest game to reach 1 million concurrent players, but they would also help Roblox break their record for the most concurrent players at one time. And today, we have to talk about the brand new release in the Big Games series. On May 13th, Big Games would take to Twitter with this post, announcing their brand new game, Grow an Egg. However, almost instantly, fans knew this game was eerily similar to another game that has been trending right now, Grow a Garden. And yes, it isn't illegal to copy an idea. In fact, it's good business-wise, but with Big Games' track record of being extremely greedy, it definitely does not help their reputation, almost completely ripping off a game like Grow a Garden. A user over on Twitter by the name of Ren would put it perfectly, reading, "The same developer that DMCA'd another game for having square pets is now copying the entire concept of Grow a Garden, the #1 game on the platform. Talk about hypocrisy," with an attached image showing the brand new game that Big Games have planned to release on Saturday. But I think a more important point to all of this, which was reinforced by the tweet I just mentioned, is the hypocrisy within the Big Games studio. For example, roughly 2 years ago, Big Games would get into very big drama over on Reddit and Twitter for allegedly sending false DMCA takedowns to smaller games. Big Games is currently facing backlash due to sending DMCA claims to smaller games for apparently just having box pets, e.g. the ones in Mining Simulator or Bee Swarm Simulator. Multiple staff of Big Games have responded to this. But it wasn't just the false DMCA takedowns that were the issue, it was also how Preston himself, as well as his staff team, reacted to the whole situation, with a staff member stating, "If you expect to directly copy something and not expect consequences, good luck in life. I really don't understand how everyone is flaming Big Games for taking down direct copies. They aren't creative enough to brainstorm their own unique ideas, and instead to make a quick buck, copying something that works. Be realistic, guys, who's the real enemy here? The RTC has really fallen off if that's the case, and I wouldn't want to be a part of it. Instead, encourage unique ideas that will change the platform, not copy it," which was very ironic when we see Big Games himself copying other games such as Grow a Garden. And yes, you can make the argument that this is a completely different scenario, but I think the principle still stands. And as they say, don't throw rocks if you live in a glass house. Don't send DMCA takedowns to people for copying you if you are willing to copy others. It all comes right back to Big Games. However, Preston himself would even respond to this drama, stating this, "No, they are stealing our designs. In some cases, over 50 plus of them. Most of these games are outright selling several for money. They aren't doing it for fun, it's purely profit driven, made to compete against us and nothing in between. I like fan games." And I want to specifically talk about what he said at the end there. They aren't doing it for fun, it's purely profit driven, made to compete against us and nothing in between. Oh, so let me guess, you would act like Grow a Garden is different. Big Games aren't releasing Grow an Egg for fun, it's purely profit driven, just like his entire business model. Which I would like to clarify, yes, it's good for business. However, it still makes you look incredibly greedy and soulless, which is why 99% of people on Roblox hate you and the games you make. And that is just the truth. And this could even have a direct impact on Grow a Garden, since they recently got taken over by Do Big Studios, which I just made a video on by the way, explaining how Do Big Studios took popular and fun games like Blaze prepaid ball or fish and completely flip those into cash grabs with overly aggressive pay to win features and almost completely ruining the game for most casual players. And with big games releasing Grow an Egg, and with the safe assumption that they will make the game extremely pay to win like every other game in their series, this could directly influence Do Big Studios to do the same, and basically giving them the green light to be even more aggressive with pay to win features, ruining the game entirely for anybody who is currently trying to enjoy it. And I think this is a pretty safe assumption to make, guys, and let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree, but I think it's a very likely thing to happen given what we have seen from both Big Games and Do Big Studios. I mean, even if we take one look at the replies on Big Game's new tweet, we can see that even the community agrees, with one dedicated Roblox fan reading, "You guys can grow anything but a good game," or another that would state, "All this money, yet you guys can't spend it on an original concept and take a risk." And honestly, that's true. Anybody in business will know that you need to take risks to succeed. Playing safe will only hurt your business in the long run, rather than the profits you might gain from it in the meantime. For example, if Big Games did take a risk and made something original, that would probably end up being 1,000 times more profitable than just a rip-off Grow a Garden game. And honestly, this is gonna get me started on another rant, bro. I just can't believe the creators of such unique and at least iconic games such as Pet Simulator are now switching to do quick cash grabs. Because realistically, with Do Big Studios taking over Grow a Garden, it won't be longer than a year before that game completely falls into irrelevancy. And as soon as that goes downhill, it's only a matter of time for Grow an Egg to completely fall off as well. It's so easy to see here that this is just a quick cash grab and it's not really fooling any of us. Even Crickcraft feels some type of way against Big Games. Somewhat recently, Big Games would make a tweet, I guess, calling out Crickcraft to a boxing match, to which Crickcraft would quickly respond stating, "All that child gambling money and you're still using AI photos like a little." We all know the only big thing you have is a bank account. And I can't lie, Crickcraft absolutely cooked Big Games here, and would even speak about the situation live on stream.
So that happened, and yeah, they kind of got ratioed a little bit, chat. They kind of got ratioed a little bit, just a little bit.
Even pointing out how Big Games are so lazy, they even have to use AI that steals other people's artwork.
Like, if you're gonna steal the photo, just Photoshop the cat head on top of it. But they didn't even do that. They were like, "Hey, ChatGPT, remake this photo with a cat head on top of it."
And it's true, bro. They are lazy now. They were hardworking at first, then they were hardworking and greedy when they started adding aggressive pay-to-win mechanics. But now they are just greedy and lazy, and it really shows. But what do I personally think of all this? Well, like I said, Big Games have gotten lazy, and with copying another game, which was incredibly hypocritical of not just Preston, but his team as well, I think it's safe to say that since the blow-up of Big Games, it has only gone downhill because of his greed. And it's sad because the guy is genuinely talented and knows how to make a very well produced game. I just wish they used the resources and money they have to do good for the community, at least with one game. They can rinse their fans as much as they want, but please Big Games, at least give us one game that isn't overly pay to win and will actually be fun for the fans. However, that probably won't happen. Preston did this to himself and caused the downfall of Big Games, and that has only gotten more obvious to us in the Roblox community the more time has gone on. But yeah guys, let me know in the comments what you think about Big Game's new Grow an Egg game, if you think it will be another pay to win rip-off game, or if you think it might just be different this time. But honestly, I have no hope, and realistically neither should you, with the incredibly greedy history of Big Games. But as always, if you're new to the channel and you enjoy content like this, please make sure to subscribe with notifications on to help me reach 100,000 subscribers, and if you want to watch something similar to this, click the video on screen now.